Today we're going to talk about being present with where your feet are at. This is something that I myself am really working on, and I know a lot of high-level performers and entrepreneurs are very, very good at focusing on the task at hand, focusing on the meeting at hand, focusing on being with their family and putting their phone away after hours, after they're done working for the day. Whatever it might be, whenever you're in the moment, there's a difference between being present and the presence that you have while you are present. I know that was a little bit of a twist of words, but there is a difference. And for so long, I thought that, hey, if I'm spending time, whether it be with my wife or my family, or I'm spending time with my team, as long as I'm physically there, if my feet are on the ground, if I'm on Zoom, if I'm in person in a meeting, that was enough. Just showing up was enough. But there's so much more to showing up and being quote unquote present at a meeting. There's the psychological and mental aspect that actually goes into me being solely focused on the people or the person that I'm with during that meeting. And the more that you can be present with where your feet are at and take understanding and take inner interest in ownership of that, you are going to dramatically change the way that those meetings or those activities on the personal side actually impact your life and the lives of other people that are there. There's nothing worse and no different than I've been on the situation on the other side, as I'm sure you watching this has as well. If you're meeting with somebody and they're playing on their phone, or if you're out to dinner with somebody and you're on the phone or they're on the phone with somebody else, like there's nothing worse than that, right? And so this is something over the last couple of years I've really struggled myself with. So I'm the first to admit that. But my goal is to be present with where I'm at and with who I'm with at that time. So one of the things that I've particularly done, because I'm a big culprit of being on my phone. I feel like I always have to be on my phone because there's no shortage of things I could be doing, people I could be talking to, team members, emails I could be answering to. Like as an entrepreneur, the list could go on. But I've started to put my phone on do not disturb 24 hours a day. The only person that will actually get a notification to my phone is my wife. She's the only person and the only exception. So that in and of itself is one thing I've done to help me not be so focused and consumed with notifications on my phone. But again, it goes even beyond and further than that. So one of the other things I've started to do is having a breathing exercise as I go from one meeting to the next. So one of the things I've been focused on doing is not having back-to-back meetings literally throughout the entire day, because at that point, I'm just rushing into the next meeting and I'm flustered and carrying over whatever happened in that meeting before, whether it be good or bad, into that next meeting with whoever is on my calendar. And so that's not a fun spot to be in either, because I'm not mentally focused. I'm not emotionally focused and ready to go for that meeting. So just taking a second to debrief and reset before going into that next meeting, I think is something that people don't do often enough. I know I've struggled with it for so long. And even, switching between being at work for the day and then coming home, or if you work at home, going from me here in my office space to the kitchen for dinner and spending the rest of the evening there. There's a difference between being present with where your feet are at and having that presence, and just being present and showing up. They're two different things. They're not the same. So I challenge you, and I want you to focus on being present with where your feet at, and are taking the initiative to truly understand the importance of being there for that person, whether it's personal or whether it's in business. People need our attention, no different than we need the attention from the people that we're meeting with as well. So reciprocate what you want to see and what you want to feel and hear from other people that you're meeting with. And I can guarantee you that will dramatically change the way you show up to meetings, dramatically change the way that you are present after work with your spouse, with your family, with whoever that might be. And it will change your life for the better. When I have focused on doing this, when I've had the intention of doing those things and I followed through on it, I can't even tell you the difference, because it's incomparable. So focus on being present with where your feet are at. Take time to debrief between going from one thing to the next. Manage your time well, manage your calendar, and you will be so pleasantly happy with what the difference is in how you show up both personally and professionally. Thank you for watching today's video, and we'll see you next time.